This is the video for December 12th, 2016, and the title is Joel S. Goldsmith, God Prayer. A friend encouraged me to listen to Joel Goldsmith, founder of The Infinite Way. God Prayer was the first of several YouTube entries that I have listened to so far. He was a Jewish spiritual teacher who lived in the mid-20th century, dying in 1964. I do agree with him that our beliefs and concepts of God have little or nothing to do with any reality of Creator. God, he says, can only be defined as I am, and we are all part of God as individualized consciousness. Like me, he sees God as beyond religions, and he seems to honor the Buddha and other spiritual icons from our ancestry. He teaches that we all contain God, even though we are not aware of all that means in a practical sense, obviously. As for me, I still have lots of questions and many issues with whatever and whoever God is. I seek a kingdom based on truth and love, not deception and horror, such as we experience on earth. Indeed, this is a challenging video because while I resonate and think that he's teaching truth on many issues, there are some things that I do not agree with at all. Here's one of his quotes that I came across. All the error that has existed down the ages is founded on the theory or belief of two worlds, one the heavenly kingdom or spiritual life, and the other a material world or mortal existence, each separate from the other. In spite of this sense of two worlds, men have always attempted to bring harmony into the discords of human existence through an attempt by prayer to contact this other world or spiritual realm and to bring spirit or God to act upon the so-called material existence. Let us begin with the understanding that our world is not an erroneous one, but rather that the universe in which we live is the realm of reality about which man entertains a false concept. The work of bringing health and harmony into our experience is not then getting rid of or even changing a mortal material existence, but connecting with the finite concept of our existence. End quote. Yeah, I'll tell you the truth. I've been battling, especially even more so since I've been looking at some of his material and listening to him expound on his philosophies and viewpoints. Again, I resonate with some of them, but like this one here, there's something wrong with this world. And that quote that I just read from him indicates that everything is okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay that there are beings on this planet that seem to be in charge of the planet, that seem to be the boss, that seem to hold all the high cards and all of the marbles and all of the money and all of the control, and yet they do such despicable, horrible things. And this, to me, is an enigma that creates a challenge for all of us as human beings. And as I've said before, and I'm going to repeat it again now, if that's the kind of God that there is, if that's the kind of creator that there is, may he kill me and wipe me out as if I never existed and never had any consciousness, because I do not agree, nor will I ever consent to such a world even being allowed to exist. I believe in a world of love. I've always had the concept, or most of my life anyway, I've had the concept that we are supposed to be loving one another, that we are supposed to be able to help one another achieve the best each of us can achieve, and to bring out the best in other people, and to try to find the common ground so that we can converse with each other and connect with each other in some way that can bring about the greatest amount of harmony possible, not disharmony. And this is the world that we live in. We live in a world of disharmony. And when I've prayed to God, I want a correction, not a rubber stamping. I'm saying it's all the way that it was designed to be, Ron. Either take it or leave it. Well, if it's take it or leave it, I want to leave it. I don't want to be here. Now, I had a friend stop by this morning when I came home from church, and it's ironic. I was supposed to be bringing my grandchildren to church this morning, but the minister, his brother died, and so he wasn't there, and his wife has been terribly sick all week, and so the granddaughter, who I wanted my grandchildren to meet, wasn't there. But anyway, I came home, and there was a friend of mine that I've known for some time, sitting out in front of the house. Nobody was out there yet, and he and I sat on the porch and talked for quite a little while. Had an interesting conversation, and he said some things that would ordinarily be encouraging to me, except I'm dealing with this mindset of trying to make sense out of a world that is nonsensical to me, a world that is obviously filled with distortions, filled with crimes against life itself, not just humanity, but against life itself. And I see a people, and he is Jewish. I'm greatly admire the fact that he has risen ideologically above some fundamentalist concepts in Judaism that claim to be the only right ones. And he has truly become a metaphysical teacher in that respect, and very, very successful. He was. And again, he died the year that I graduated high school, or finished high school. I didn't graduate, I finished high school. I quit, actually. But in any case, this is a conundrum that we have to face. And to me, until we deal with the obvious fallacy of having criminals run our governments and run our institutions and run our monetary system, and our churches and synagogues and mosques and all these other religious temples and what not. We've got to get beyond that. We've got to find a solution that will bring peace on earth and enable us to get beyond our prejudices, get beyond our limitations of perception, that allows us to see the bigger picture so that we can adapt to creating something that works for all people, that is truly beneficial, truly loving, truly kind, truly uplifting. Am I wrong in having that vision, folks? I mean, tell me, am I wasting my time trying to co-create or play a small role in the co-creation of such a world? I don't like the world that I live in. I don't like it. I don't so love the world. And I don't know how anybody in their right minds can so love the world. I love humanity, and I'd like to see humanity transformed into what I believe we could become if our world was based on truth and love, and not on fear and everything else that's wrong. Thank you for listening, and namaste.